Anyone remember that weird controversy about Don't Worry Darling between Olivia Wilde and Florence Pugh? I do. And there was all manner of sort of accusations being thrown around, but it seems like we've got the lowdown now, and it's interesting. I think it's quite compelling in terms of what these individuals do and how they handle themselves behind closed doors, and also just in front of everyone. It's that sort of Hollywood hypocrisy, and you know, it's now knowing this as the potential reason that there was controversy on the set. It's now no wonder that the movie turned out the way it did. It makes a lot of sense. Let's put it that way. So hit subscribe if you're new here. We'll dive into this today. I find these things to be quite interesting. We won't hear anything about this for some time because Olivia Wilde, who is obviously accused of stuff in this article, isn't able to speak about it because of the strike. Not allowed to talk at all. So she won't break that. Unlikely. Though she's not massively professional, it seems. So we can only wait and see. But it's fascinating nonetheless. So, like I said, let's take a look. I hope you'll find this as enjoyable as I did. I mean, look, what a headline. Matthew Libatique actually directed Don't Worry Darling. Sorry, what? So Olivia Wilde didn't direct it. Story goes, basically, she swanned off and just turned up as if nothing had happened. And so the production couldn't cease. And so when she did turn back up, with no word apology, no acknowledgement of work that had been carried out, she was like, people got obviously rightfully annoyed. So bizarre, but it's one of these things that I can believe these individuals doing. So for over a year, rumours of the on-set drama with Olivia Wilde's Don't Worry Darling have been amusing to behold. The biggest takeaway was that Wilde's affair with her star Harry Styles had her disappear from the set, and that none other than Florence Pugh took over directing reins. So, apparently her affair with Harry Styles, the co-star of the movie she's directing, had her leave the set because she just wanted to get her end away, basically. Oh my god. So a producer wrote to Jordan Rumi, the writer of this article, and said that it wasn't actually Pugh who directed the film, but rather director of photography Matthew Libatique. And here's what was stated. On the days Wilde disappeared to get her vajayjay slammed, Florence Pugh and Matthew Libatique were in charge. But I'd say it was more Matthew who kept the shoot rolling. They couldn't really afford to have the movie shut down, so he tried to follow Olivia's vision as much as he could. Like, Olivia's only got one vision. Oh, the jokes write themselves. She only got one vision. Vision of Harry. Bang. Fuck's sake. Oh, dear, oh dear. Once Olivia got back on set, as if nothing had happened, minus the, ruffled hair and cack-ended walk. That's when Pugh lost it on her. Oh my god, I fucking love this. This is hilarious. So a September 22 report had mentioned this loud disagreement between Pugh and Wilde very late into the production. This had to do with Wilde's disappearing act, which was also when no one could locate Styles. One person described Wilde as unpresent. Not unpleasant, unpresent. Where's Styles gone? Where's our director gone? Both come back looking all like sheepish and stuff. Like, oh, fucking, yeah, know what happened there then. So Pugh grew tired of waiting and asking where her filmmaker was, to the point where she and Matthew just took over and continued filming. Everyone had their script pages. They knew what scenes they were shooting. Libatique and the first assistant director also planned the shots Wilde wanted, storyboarding. So they literally didn't, she didn't direct it. Then all of a sudden, Wilde would just breeze in and take over. She didn't even acknowledge Pugh and Libatique's hard work in keeping everything on track. Unprofessional behaviour on the part of Wilde, yes. So notice how Pugh has never denied any of these rumours. If this was fake news, then Pugh would have surely set the record straight. But obviously she has not done that. She even refused to promote the film, skipping the film's press conference at Venice. So, again, it's no wonder this movie has a 38% on Rotten Tomatoes. Critics hated it. And so did, basically everyone hated it, to be fair. Now, this article says it's not as bad of a movie as they claim it to be, nor is it as good as it should be. Of course, no surprise, the New Yorker's Richard Brody is a big fan. But this is the thing, right? Is that this movie, it could have been much better. It could have been something. And from the trailers, you know, there seemingly was some promise there. I think, anyway. Like, the trailer looked compelling. I like those kind of, I don't know, weirdish movies. That are like, oh, what's going on here? I like that kind of stuff. I think that's fascinating. You know, I tell you what it reminded me of. It reminded me of M. Night Shyamalan movie. That's what it reminded me of. It had that sort of vibe. But it could have been better. It could have been more. Obviously, that's not a massive compliment. But you know what I mean. It had that sort of, oh, what's actually happening here? Like, layers between layers. You know what I mean now. Winking at the cameras if you actually know what I mean. You probably don't. But I know what I mean. So, yeah, it's just that sort of flagrant behaviour from Olivia Wilde that caused such an issue. She was just, no, I'm not happy about this. Florence Pugh and Matthew literally directing the film, storyboarding the shots, and then going ahead and getting them ready to go, and then she just waltzes in, you know, probably jizz running down her leg or something like that, and people are just like, what on earth is going on here? Get professional, love. Now, I tell you what, it is interesting, because I've not, for someone that's been in the industry for so long, you'd have thought there would be more stories about her unprofessional behaviour, but there hasn't really been, to be fair. This is seemingly like an outlier, so I guess it's, you know, what the P and the G does, maybe. But I thought this was interesting. I like this kind of stuff. I think these reports are funny. There's a fly buzzing around me. What do you guys think? Good, bad, love it, hate it? I like this kind of stuff. I think it's funny, and it just goes to show the sort of attitude of these filmmakers. Beyond the pale. It's absolutely ridiculous. But please do let me know what you think. I would genuinely be curious to hear it. So let me know what you think down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Turn the bell notifications on. And yeah, that's about it, really. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.